Hey writers, welcome to the Writing Lab with Eva Pohler. Hi there, I'm Eva Pohler, a USA Today best-selling author of over 45 novels, a writing professor for over 3 decades, and a professional editor. And today I want to talk to you about finding and working with agents. Is that something that you've been dreaming of doing? Landing a literary agent to represent your book and not sure where to start? Well, today I want to try to walk you through what to do. What does an agent actually do? Let's talk about that first. A good agent is your advocate in the publishing world. They pitch your manuscript to publishers, negotiate contracts, and help manage your career. They usually work on commission, 15% generally of what you earn from the deals that they negotiate. So that means they only succeed if you succeed. So their interests are aligned with yours. Agents are a great thing to have. Now, I want to point out that they also can sell translation rights and film and television rights, and that it's my recommendation that you start off as an indie publisher and try to self-publish one project, maybe the first in a series, but then have another project that you query. Because querying agents can take a long time. Years can go by before you find an agent. And then once you find an agent, as I said in a previous video, that doesn't guarantee that your book will be sold to a publisher. And if it is, it still may take another couple of years. So in that meantime, you could be building your author platform. And I have a course on that. In fact, I have 3 courses that you might want to look at. One is on crafting, one is on publishing, and the other is on promoting. And I'll put a link in the video below where you can find those courses. But if you start off publishing your own work, and then while you're building that author platform, query agents, this is what you should do. First, you need to research agents that are actively seeking new clients in your genre. The last thing you want to do is query someone who's either not looking for new people or isn't interested in your genre, right? Well, where do you find them? Well, one of my favorite places is Agent Query, agentquery.com. There's also Query Tracker, and they're a place that does require a subscription, but I think it's worth it when you're querying agents. I think it's probably like maybe around $30 a month, is Publishers Marketplace. The great thing about Publishers Marketplace is they also show you what's being sold to whom, like what manuscripts are being sold to what publishers by what agents. And so this can show you who's selling what and help you identify your target agents. Now, once you make a list of agents, you want to visit their agency websites and check out their submission guidelines. And you want to follow them to a T, because that's going to make your first impression, right? And so if you send them something they didn't ask for, they're just going to throw you in the slush pile. So make sure you follow their submission guidelines. Most will only want a query letter to begin with. And that query letter should mention your genre, your title, your word count. You should have some kind of hook, but not a long one, just a few sentences, and your contact information. Your query letter should not be more than a page, right? Now, if their submission guidelines ask for a sample, send a sample with them. It may ask for a synopsis. Have these things ready, but only send them when asked. Another place you can find agents other than those places that I already mentioned are the backs of books similar to yours in an acknowledgments page. Writers often think they're agents. And so if you read a book similar to yours and look in the acknowledgments, you might be able to find an agent. Go visit their website to see if they're currently taking on new agents. Also keep in mind that not every agent is legitimate. Some people try to pass themselves off as agents, but they're actually scammers. They might be representatives of vanity publishers who will ask you to put money up front, and then they will publish usually not very high quality product for you. So remember that money should flow to you, not away from you. If anybody asks for money, it's a scam. Don't do it. Another thing you might think about before you send off your query is to ask an editor or a critique group to take a look at it and make sure that it represents your book well and has a compelling hook. So anyway, yeah, that's about it on finding and working with agents. I want to mention too that many indie authors like me do have agents, and so self-publishing these things aren't mutually exclusive. You can be a self-publishing author and you can also have an agent pursuing traditional publishing, and this is called a hybrid author. And so my agent doesn't make anything off of the ebooks, paperbacks, hardbacks, and audiobooks that I publish myself. But once she sells film and television rights, or if she sells translation rights, or if she sells an unpublished work to a publisher, or movie rights, I think I mentioned that already. Anyway, she will begin to make money off of my work. So that's something to consider when you're looking at all your options. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. And I have a free guide called The Science of Story that I'll link below in the description. That's it for now. Happy writing. Bye-bye.